Okay, sweet. So today our lesson is called Getting to Know Our U.S. Government. Next slide. Okay, so you have 10 seconds. I want you each to think about it and tell me one random thing that you just like really want to say. You have to get out because I don't want it during the lesson. So think about it. I'm going to point to each of you. It can be anything you want. Okay, 10 seconds. Go.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra. Love it. Are we done?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Your
I
turn.
didn't expect that. Lots rusty and hypershock.
Amazing. I don't think I understood a word of that, but I bet it's cool. Go.
Well, Putin needs to be put in. Well, Putin needs to stop being a dictator.
Thank you for all of your thoughts. I love them all. Next. Okay, behavior expectations. Can you read that for me?
Today we are going to be very focused on the lesson. Save any long stories for after the lesson. Raise your hand to speak. Keep interruptions at a 0.
Any questions? Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to get right into our lesson. Okay, we have another 10-second little ditty. I want you guys to think about what you know about our government, just like a fun fact or something really important or something maybe that's not important. Or if you have no knowledge, that's okay too. I'm going to start right here. 10 seconds.
The government sucks.
Okay, strong feelings.
I don't know.
That's okay. Anything? Any prior knowledge?
Well, Joe Biden needs to step down
That is
because Joe Biden is stupid and he sucks.
Oh, strong feelings, you guys, about the government. Okay, thank you for your thoughts. I'm glad that you guys have a little bit of background because we're going to learn a little bit more about the structure of the government today. So I'm going to move this a little bit. So our daily objective, I'm going to read it for you guys. It says, I can identify vocabulary in the context of history, which is the past, and function, meaning the present, how it works right now, of the U.S. government by defining the word, seeing it in context, and using it myself. So I'm going to show you how this is done, and then we're going to do it together. Okay, first one. So you're going to watch me. Define the word right. So I put a little, I don't know what you call it, a little...
air quotes.
Yeah, the word right might have lots of meanings. Like it's the right decision or turn right, but that's not the right that we're talking about. Oops, got to get that going. So in our context, it's a right is a power or privilege that is recognized by tradition or law. So seeing it in context. So here are rights that are outlined in the U.S. Constitution. So we have freedom of speech, freedom of worship, and the right to bear arms. And did you know, I didn't know this until yesterday, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution make up the Bill of Rights. Crazy, right? Okay, last one. Oh.
That's my favorite right.
Yeah?
Right to bear arms.
Amazing.
And right to worship.
Yeah, okay, remember, comments? Thank you. Last one. So watch me use the word right. It says, how might you use the word right when describing this 1900s political cartoon? So I look at it, I see this bowl that says citizenship. This is how I analyze it. Take every piece of it. I see equal rights. I see this girl. I think she represents America. She has an American flag on. These are all the citizens, and she's stirring it with a spoon that says equal rights. So you can think about it.
She's keeping it.
Yeah, I'm so close. You guys are doing the next one, but I gotta speed through this. So I think that all these are citizens, and they all have equal rights. Maybe this guy's a little mad that other people have equal rights too. We don't know. Maybe he's not feeling like he has equal rights. Maybe that's what represents America right now, and that's how I can think about it. Cool. Okay, that's how we're going to do the next word, okay? This one's all you guys. Okay, next word. Together, we're going to define the word veto. Can you read that right there?
Veto, the power of the president to refuse to approve a bill and thus prevent its enactment into law.
Okay, those are some big words. Do you guys know what those words means in there?
I know some.
You know some? What one are you confused about? Is it enact? That one's a big one. Enact means to put into place or make it start.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions about this definition?
No.
Cool. Okay, next one. Can you read this for me, Caleb? We'll have you read this first line. We're going to use it in context. Is this kind of far away? Oh, thank you. Can you read it?
I'll say Caleb is in the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, just let her know right here. Can you keep that away? Thank you.
There's no way I can.
That's okay. Either of you guys want to try? I can read it if you don't feel up to it. Okay, we'll have you and then you. So go for the first point.
Legislative branch equals U.S. Congress equals create bills.
Awesome.
Executive branch equals president can veto bills. Congress can't sustain or override a veto.
Awesome. Does this make sense, this flow of information? So we have the legislative branch that makes up, the U.S. Congress makes it up, and they make the bills. And then we have the executive branch, who's at the head of the executive branch. President, right? And he can veto bills. But they can kind of veto the veto. They can say, no, we sustain. I do this because of church. I don't know if you guys do that. Or they can override the veto. Okay, any questions about that? Awesome, you guys are killing it. Okay, next one. So now we're going to do it together. So this says,
Angry cat.
yeah, so this says, imagine you are the, do you guys know what POTUS means?
No.
It means President of the United States. It's just so I don't have to type out that long thing. It's like a little acronym. President of the United States. Think of a bill that you might veto that has to do with this picture. So what's a bill that you can think of, or like a law, remember, that you can think of that you might say, nope, we're going to shut this down. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds to think about it, starting right now. And then you're going to tell me why you would veto it. Just use your imagination. We're going to start right here in 10 seconds, okay? It's okay, got time.
Cat Food Foundation.
Okay, what's the bill? Cat Food Foundation? Why would you veto the Cat Food Foundation?
He just looks angry because they got the order wrong.
We don't want angry cats, right? Awesome, thank you. Caleb, what's the bill and why would you veto it?
The bill, I veto the gas because it's gone so high, and also I veto all the cats out the room.
Veto all the cats out?
Yeah, I'd send them to space with no food.
No.
What a
water.
bold
Space
enactment.
kitties.
Thank you. Cammy?
You animal abuser.
Cammy, it's your turn, okay? You ready? Go.
I can't think of any.
That's okay. I can give you my
Because I
idea.
love guns, I love cats, and I love
I do too. So I see this cat and I think, this cat was given the right to bear arms. And I don't think that's the best idea. So I'm going to veto the bill that cats can bear arms. Does that make sense? Because I'm the president, right?
I just thought that the foundation, the cat.
No, all of you guys had great ideas. Okay, we have one more example. You guys got this. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to define the phrase, the Electoral College. Has anyone heard of this before?
No.
yeah.
Yes?
a
No?
little.
Okay, which of you wants to read this definition for me?
I'll read it.
Awesome, go for it.
The Electoral College is a body of people
So it's
represent.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I always
got
feel
it.
like things mixed
No,
up.
you had it.
so-
I interrupted you. Go for it.
representing the states of the U.S. who formerly cast videos for the election of the president and vice president.
Awesome. So close. This one's votes, but it's kind of
Oh.
far away. You got it. Any questions about this definition? Awesome. Okay, we're going to see it in context. This has a lot of words, but I promise it's pretty simple. Do you want to read this bottom little point for me?
Each state's citizens cast their votes for their choice of candidate in the presidential election.
Awesome. So this is like the many. See all these little people out here?
Is it spelled right?
It might not be. That's okay. We're going to pass by that. So this is the many. This is all of the United States, right? That's what this point means. Everyone in the world, we vote for who we want, or not in the world, in the country votes for who we want to be president. Okay, do you want to read this second point, and then we're going to move up a little bit. I can move it a little closer.
The representatives for each state, the Electoral College, cast their vote based on what way their state voted.
Awesome. So this is kind of how the Electoral College works. So I'm from California. My whole state is going to vote, and they're going to lean either which way. Do you know the two like major parties? Do any of you guys know? So it's Republicans and Democrats. Usually California is going to lean Democrat, and they're going to vote mostly towards the Democratic candidate. And so what the Electoral College representative does, and they go, my state wants to vote blue, Democrat, blue. So we're going to cast our vote for blue. You see how it goes? It goes from the many to the few to the Electoral College, and they're going to cast their votes. Can you read this, Caleb, or is it too far? I can move it closer. This top point. If you can't, that's okay. I can pick someone else. All good. I'll read it. My turn. The candidate who gets the most votes from the Electoral College becomes the President of the United States. This is a very watered down, simplified version of how this all works, but that's pretty much how it works. Is after whoever gets the most votes from the Electoral College, they'll win. Does that make sense? Any questions? I can do my best to answer. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna do our little activity. Together, we're going to use the phrase the Electoral College. It's our third step. So you have 30 seconds to read and interpret this cartoon. So starting now, I want you guys to just look at this cartoon, see any parts of it. You can move a little closer, Caleb, if you want to, and read what you think. Don't give me a shrug. I want you to try. There's only a few words on it. Try to read them, see what's going on. You got 20 more seconds.
I just see one thing that would flip flop right now.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna do that. Okay, last few seconds. Think about any thoughts you can give me about this cartoon. And I'm giving these cartoons because people have used drawings like this to display political thoughts or messages for hundreds of years.
That anybody or anything can vote.
That anybody or anything can vote. You're very close. Did you know there's actually a few people who can't vote in the U.S.? If you're in prison, can't vote. I bet there's other people that can't vote.
If you're a felon, you
Yeah,
can't vote.
felon.
Yeah.
Okay, any thoughts about this cartoon, Caleb?
A, the Joe Biden sign sucks.
Okay, strong thoughts.
The Donald Trump sign is better. And C, actually I had another thought. I lost it, so.
That's okay. So we can see which way you lean. Biden, he's a Democratic candidate. Trump, he's a Republican candidate. We can see Caleb leans a little more towards Republican, or maybe not. But that's what the red and blue means.
I think I'm a conservative, though.
Cool. Any
My
thoughts about this cartoon?
My dad's a conservative, so might as well I be one.
Okay. Do you want to give me any thoughts you have about this cartoon, and then we can look at it together?
Yeah, you used to lean more towards Trump because Biden sucks.
Okay. You guys have... I honestly love it that you guys are passionate about the political candidates. When I was in high school, I was like, I don't care, it doesn't matter, but
That's
it really
how
does.
I am.
Yeah, I was like that. I kind of was pretty impartial,
If
but...
I have to, I'll care more in the future.
That's
but
a
like
great
right
idea.
Now, I just want to stay a kid while I can.
I love that idea, but good for you guys for staying informed. Okay, I'm going to read it. We have this dinosaur that says Electoral College, and he says, I know the drill. Pick one and go back into my cave for another 4 years. And he's looking at Trump or Biden. So that means it's kind of supposed to be poking fun at the Electoral College. Like, what else do they do but pick a presidential candidate? I bet they do more. I would have to be a law student to probably know all those things. But it's kind of just poking fun at this college and that they only do this one job every 4 years. Oh, thank you. Awesome. I think you guys got it. Any last thoughts about anything we've talked about? Any questions? Yes.
If I were that dinosaur, I'd knuckle it at Joe Biden.
Okay,
No, you'd
thank you.
stomp on it.
Okay, cool. Awesome. We're just going to read this objective again. Would anyone like to read it, or would you like me to read it? Go for it.
I can identify vocabulary in the context of the history, past, and function, present
Great.
of the U.S. government by defining the word, seeing it in context, using the word myself.
Awesome. So those are the 3 steps we used, right? To get through all those words. We saw it defined, we saw it in context, and then we used it ourselves. You guys can use that method, not just in political context, in your whole school life, after school, every single day, to find out words that you've never seen before. And you're like, I want to know what that word is. You can use those steps. What did I put? I said, look for posted laws, government and literature, and more in your everyday life. So this is how you guys can take this, how it applies to you outside of just this little lesson, right? Awesome. Any last thoughts or questions before our little quiz? Cool. Thank you guys so much. And you guys really were so respectful of this lesson, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you. And now it's our quiz time. Don't worry. Such a fun quiz. Really riveting stuff.
That's what all the teachers say, but for students,
And they're
it's
all
not.
being truthful. And it's just as fun to grade them, too. Okay. Don't flip it over yet. No stress. You guys got this. You know this stuff.
Or do we?
There's no time limit. Just flip it over, put your name on it, and take your time with it.
Oh my gosh.